All right, Sue Bird joins us now, and what a special night at Key Arena. 10 years. Making you sound old, aren't I? 10 years of Sue, but you're still young. I mean, that was right out of college.
I'm old in basketball years.
You're old in basketball years, but the amazing thing is, and we look at this in football, basketball, baseball, hockey, you name the sport, it is a rarity now. We just saw it with Matt Hasselbeck. A lot of people thought he would be in Seattle forever. Yeah. The business happens sometimes, and players move on. Fortunate for everybody here in Seattle in the Northwest, you're staying here. How special have those 10 years been?
They've been great. I mean, you know, a lot of people at times ask me to compare the different times I've won with each other. And the thing about winning championships in a professional team or on a professional team in a city is you really see the city, you know, embrace you and come together and cheer you on. And there's something unique about that, especially when it's the first time, you know, that team has won in that city. It's something that, you know, you don't see it in college, you don't see it in the Olympics, and that's kind of unique, and it's really been amazing.
When you play basketball, what drives you still? I mean, all these championships, all these victories, there's got to be something inside that always kind of pushes people to get better, to want more and do more. And obviously from your play this season, we've seen it, that the push is still there and going to be there for a few more years.
Hopefully. I think as an individual, you just always are striving for that. You're always trying to get better, you're working on things. But more than anything, the feeling that you have when you're standing on that podium holding that trophy, there's really nothing like it. Really, I mean, I know I'm only 30, but from what I can gather, there's really nothing like that. To be on a team, set a goal, and actually achieve it, it's pretty fulfilling. And that feeling, I've also felt not standing on that podium, so I know the difference. And that feeling, it really, I mean, it gets my motor going. And like I was just saying about bringing something to a city and watching them just enjoy it as much as you do. It's pretty special.
Well, I still get goosebumps from the first championship and the ticker tape parade through downtown, and I was in the crowd, and I mean, it was a frenzy down there. It was a blast down there.
I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, when a city, you know, has its champion, they treat them like gold. I mean, I was getting free bagels and coffees left and right.
Well, you should, Sue Bird, she should not buy bagels ever in Seattle.
I'm a New Yorker. I gotta have my bagel.
You gotta have your bagel. What is your favorite food? Bagels?
Oh, no. Morning food? Yeah. Bagel? There's nothing better than coffee and a bagel, preferably bialy, but they don't really have those out here. So.
Okay. You got a special meal that you have before a game? Big game?
Yeah, I keep it simple. Pastas, chicken, pretty plain Jane kind of stuff.
Okay.
But
what's in the iPod then? What do you put in?
In the iPod? Well, Adele happens to be in the iPod.
Okay.
Performing in Seattle last night.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you. You know.
Yeah, but I listen to everything. Probably on game days, more on the hip hop side of things.
Does Swin ever try to make you guys wear her clothing line?
Her clothing line.
Doesn't she have her own clothing line?
Yeah, she's got a little something.
She does. Does she push it on you guys?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No,
okay.
I think it's for the taller ladies, so I'm out of that.
A lot of people come to your games. A lot of kids come to your games, and I'll be honest, my daughter, one of those kids, there tonight watching. What do you say? And not to the kids, because I think the kids get it and they know where it's at. To the parents out there that are raising these kids and trying to make them become the next Sue Bird, and that may be the problem right there. Is they're trying to make them become somebody.
You know, I think as a parent, I can only really speak on, you know, my experience when I was a kid and things that my parents did, and they just kind of let me try different things, you know, not just sports, I mean, music, you name it. My parents were all for letting me try different things, and naturally it just kind of came to me what I enjoyed, what I was good at. And I think, you know, obviously I chose something in sports, but, you know, I played soccer very competitively. I tried softball, I even tried a boys baseball team. I ran track, and all of those things, all of the things you learn in those sports have 100% helped me in basketball. So it's not just about focusing on that one thing and really driving it home. It's, you know, you learn from all these different things that you might try, and, you know, later in life it'll help you. So I don't know if that's really any advice.
No, I think it's a great point. I think it's a great point that all these things help you, and so many people get focused on one thing and the kid loses interest in that sport by the time they get to when it matters most. What matters most to us tonight are the bobbleheads, by the way. 10 years of bobbleheads. Here's 3 of them right here. Now the interesting thing is the freckles seem to be moving through the years.
Yeah, freckles.
Can you any reaction to this?
I'm on. You know, I have a couple moles, beauty marks as I like to call them.
Of course.
But yeah, for some reason they just love putting them on that bobblehead. I've had more and less over the years. You know, sometimes more, sometimes less, sometimes darker.
Do the parents
sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm not.
It was a serious time.
Yeah.
And then I do love the fingers, by the way. Right
I'm calling horns.
Calling horns. I love it. Sue Bird, Week from tonight, back home.
Back
you go
home.
on the road, and you got New York a week from tonight. Every game crucial right now. Western
Absolutely.
Conference. It's going to be a battle. So
It's going to come down to the end.
I love it. Rock and roll.
Thank you.
Thank you much.